Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, you'll win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass,
and he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Sam Oskin, third win of the season! He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I said that the Papyrus Motorsports Park was our last race in Massachusetts, I was kind of lying. Welcome everybody to the one, the only, the Coca-Cola Superspeedway here in Concord, Massachusetts, not North Carolina. Like I said at the end of the Texas World broadcast, we are getting set here for the Coca-Cola 500, race number 17 of season number 1 of the NOFSRL Mission BBQ Cup Series. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Trey Wright, and I am joined alongside Nathan Stapleton for the call of the Coca-Cola 500 here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Now, Nathan, you have not called a race with me since the Charlotte race, the Mission BBQ Firecracker 500. This season has definitely gotten a lot spicier. We are here at the famous Coca-Cola Superspeedway, 3-mile non-restricted superspeedway where drivers can reach speeds of up to 260 miles an hour. What are your expectations here going into Coca-Cola?
Well, this track, it's fairly wild. Like you said, 260 miles per hour. That's absolutely insane. This track, 3 miles long. A default track on another, and it is a really great track. This track did host the big one from 2015 all the way up to 2019, and now it's on the Mission BBQ Cup Series schedule, and this is going to be a wild one for sure.
It definitely is. We are using the night version of this track, so going to be a little bit more grip, which means the speeds are going to be faster. On the pole is the number 77 of Dustin Davis. Starting alongside him is a guy who has failed to finish a race in the last 3 or 4 or so Mission BBQ Cup Series races. Caleb Rose in the 54. His most recent DNF is that unfortunate team-killing accident last race at the Texas World Speedway. And speaking of Texas World, trying to find him, there is your points leader. Landon Smith Jr. has been taking the points and running. I know I said that last race, but he has definitely been doing that. 2,123 points, about 60 points ahead of Eric Monaco, trying to find where Monaco is. Monaco, another poor qualifying result for that 75 team. He has 2,059 points. Then Benjamin Dover, in the 56-year Armory Digital winner. Probably passed him. No, I did not. There he is, starting all the way back in row 16. His third in points with 1,945 points here in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. The last race we will have before the All-Star race at the Flemington Speedway. Getting the cars rolled off here. Making sure everybody is rolling off, and I believe that they are. Gonna get a spectator shot there. You see this massive 3-mile facility here in Concord, Massachusetts, making sure everybody gets off well. There's Al Lagasse. He is starting in the 39th position. Try and get a closer view there. So Nathan, bets are completely off here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. If you can pick anybody, who is your pick to win here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway for the Coca-Cola 500?
This is honestly going to be one of the harder races to predict of who will win, a lot like Daytona and Talladega, but I'm just going to throw out a wild card, and I'm going to say the 42 of Dave Benjamin Jr. will get the job done.
Yeah, Dave Benjamin Jr. Still looking for redemption after the Watkins Glen race, which the day we're recording this, Watkins Glen premiered today, so maybe he can get some redemption here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. But Dustin Davis and Caleb Rose make up row number 1. Then is Brady Wilmington and The 27 of Jake Hoover, row 2. Row 3, the 40 of Owen Miles. That's alongside Zachary Davis. Row 4, Landon Smith Jr. and Danny DeVito Jr. And then row 5, Nathan Buchanan and Danny DeVito Sr. The DeVito starting up front here at the Coca-Cola Coca-Cola Superspeedway, I should say. And ladies and gentlemen, I am speed, is what all 40 drivers are saying. Another pace car pulls off. We're green flag racing at Coca-Cola. Already cars jockeying for position. They are 4 wide for the third, or not the third or fourth position, probably all the way back to 4th or 7th. That is a beautiful camera angle there on turns 3 and 4. You see Keegan Thompson run the high line. Caleb Rose nearly caused the big one right there. And Brady Wilmington is going to lead the first lap. See what that last lap was for Wilmington. 213 miles an hour already. I said at the top of the show, these guys don't have restrictor plates and can easily get into the outside wall, just like you saw Zachary Buchanan do there. A lot of cars in the outside wall, including the 48 and the 66 of DeVito Sr. and Charlie Davenport, respectively. These guys are already flying around here. 247 laps, and we're only on lap 2, Nathan Stapleton.
And these guys, they are absolutely flying, one of the fastest tracks on the schedule, and these guys are showing it here tonight. I'm added to the grip of it being the nighttime, and we will see speeds 250, 260 already. And we saw 5 wide early on, and now they've calmed it back down to about 2, 3, and 4 wide.
Yeah, when you're saying it calm, you know this track is wild. When you're saying they calmed it down to 2 and 3 wide and 4 wide. Caleb Rose in the wall back there. And when you get into the wall that does put a little bit of damage onto the right side of that car, you're seeing back there, these drivers already, they have lost the draft after they've been hitting it. And just look at the speed difference, 20 miles an hour slower than the guys in this front pack. Ooh, Daisy Johnson, almost an aggressive move. I shouldn't say almost an aggressive move. It was an aggressive move by the 53, but currently leading the race, it is still Brady Wilmington. I tell you, that Pacific Racing Super Speedway program has just been muy excelente, as the Spaniards say. I don't think either of those cars don't have a top 10 finish at all 5 of the Super Speedway races we have run. And Brady Wilmington definitely besting his teammate on the Super Speedways. I think James Edwards, his teammate, does have like a non-top 10 finish, but Brady Wilmington has been kicking bumper on these big tracks here. Trying to see, there is your points leader all the way in the back through this mass of cars. Landon Smith Jr. all the way back in the 14th position last time by. Now in the 19th position. This shows you how quick you can go from the back to the front here. But leading this race is between Nathan Smith into the wall, almost a couple cars around. No, we do have cars around. Yadel is around. He is off of the racing surface. So I don't think that's going to be a yellow. Tough break for one of your drivers, Nathan Stapleton. Yadel going around in the early stages of this race.
A tough break for the 97, but I'm surprised that there was no caution. But he did just stay on the apron. He didn't come back up the racetrack or anything like that. So caution free so far, and it's all that 62, I believe, out front here at Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Almost 4 wide, and that is 4 wide.
Yeah, 4 wide comfortably works here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. But if they go 5 wide in the corners, that is just a recipe for disaster. Still in the front, Brady Wilmington. There's Zachary Buchanan, Caleb Campbell. And then there's your last winner in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. The least angriest guy in a garage full of angry drivers. Zachary Fitzwater currently rocking the 4th position. There is the guy that many drivers were angry at the Texas World Speedway. 91 of Derek Hamill. We know that our co-commentator Matt Tuck very salty with him as all 3 of his Velocitar racing cars were taken out in that lap 8 incident. But Wilmington continues to lead. And once again, we're definitely seeing with these ICR cars, it is very hard to pass, especially even on these super speedways. As clean air is definitely the name of the game. Campbell nearly taking the back bumper off of that 12 car. Buchanan just looking for his best run of the season. And now you have a little bit of a tale of 2 packs when Udell spun around. That kind of split up these packs quite a bit, so yellow could save them. Trying to look at some of the cars. There is Brendan Udell currently in the last position in that 97. I don't think he could get lapped as these guys go wide. Nathan Buchanan going to go extremely wide in that 12 car. He is going to fall all the way back as the outside lane does not work here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway.
This track is all about running all over the place from the top to the bottom. It's almost like a super fast 1.5 miles. And right now, Buddy Wilmington is out front, dominating here in the Coca-Cola 500.
Ooh, but Caleb Campbell, as soon as you say that, he's going to go the inside, putting Wilmington on the outside. Pass for the lead. Caleb Campbell in that 46, looking for his first win of the season, and looking to be a late entry to the All-Star race this Saturday night at the Flemington Speedway. Saturday afternoon, I should say, at the Flemington Speedway. But we'll have 20 drivers looking to see who's going to have a reserve for Season 2. But we will have the All-Star Open. Meanwhile, 4 wide for 3rd place. That got sketchy there. See Carter Joey all the way on the inside in that 51 for Father Fruit Motorsports. Meanwhile, Campbell has a huge lead. Right behind him is team owner Derek Hamill in that 91 Wrangler Chevrolet. And is the 56. 51 of Carter Joey. Daisy Johnson looking for her best result of the season. Going Miles all the way back there, getting into that outside wall. He has a ton of damage. I think that was when he made contact with Brendan Udell in the back. We'll have to take a look and review that at the end of this race. We don't have a caution. We almost had a caution there. Your Talladega winner of Cole Sampson hooking the banking right there. 4 wide in the back there, but other than the Udell spinners, we see a 3-car breakaway. Fairly calm race so far here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway.
The top 3 cars were single file, and that was allowing them to form a little bit of a gap from 4th place on bat. But now, because they're going side by side, that might allow everyone else to catch up to them a little bit.
Yeah, we see the fastest lap currently Al Lagacy, 248 miles an hour. These guys are just flying around here. As here comes your Armory Digital winner, Benjamin Dover in the 56, 3rd in points. Very consistent driver in that MWR program. He's going to try and go for the race lead, but so is Derek Hamill, 3 wide for the top position. And I think Benjamin Dover is going to hope these 2 stall out on the top. Campbell is going to be the low non-beneficiary from this. He's going to fall all the way back to the 3rd position, possibly even 4th, as Cole Sampson trying to get there. And then your Super Speedway track defending winner, Landon Smith Jr., all the way outside the top 15. All the way back. That got close right there. Meanwhile, it is a hornet's nest for the top position. Carter Joey trying to get that win. First win of the season he is seeking. Speaking a little bit like Yoda here, but Cole Sampson is going to lead that lap. These drivers are switching that top position like they are trading stocks. 4 wide, 4 second. This is absolutely crazy here. Early on, Benjamin Dover going to get sucked into the outside wall, and he's going to lose a ton of possessions, Nathan Stapleton.
And these guys, they were being really calm in the first 10 laps, but in the past 3 laps, they have kicked it up a gear. They went 4 wide for the race lead, and now it is the number 5 of Cole Sampson out front, almost 4 wide, almost 5 wide. He in the middle.
Ooh,
I'm
Carter
in the middle of
joined
the
the wall.
pack.
Oh, Carter joined! Oh my gosh!
They're gonna save it.
How? Caleb Campbell in the 46. You cannot save that. That's gotta be that was a huge save at that 46. We'll have to review that at the end as well. I can't believe they saved that. Dustin Davis in the wall. No surprise there in that 77. But unbelievable how they saved that. That's going to a single file to pack out just a little bit, but Caleb Campbell saved at 250 miles an hour as Wilmington goes back to the race lead in the 62. But man, I think that save is going to hurt Campbell more than it helped him. He's going to lose the draft just a little bit, as Fitzy is the tail end of this lead draft of 20 or so cars. 21 cars, in fact. Back to the race lead. Brady Wilmington in the 62 with the 5 and the 12 respectively in hot pursuit. And here's a guy that was kind of hot. He was blazing hot in the beginning of the season, but has significantly cooled off. Benjamin Dover's teammate in the 15, your Daytona 500 champion, Ryan Benjamin. Benjamin has definitely cooled off a ton, fallen outside the top 10 in points. Just had a string of unfortunate races as we see a battle for the lead. Cole Sampson, he won at Talladega, leading only one lap. He wants to win at Coca-Cola, leading multiple laps. Cole Sampson going to put the 62 on the outside, and that 5 Exalta car for Appleseed Racing is going to go to the point.
And these guys, they are absolutely flying. And it's hard to believe this already, but we are closing in and getting close to the halfway mark here in the Coca-Cola 500. It's going to be interesting to see if this race goes caution-free. 1, will there be pit stops, and 2, will lap traffic be a factor? We have to wait and see on both of those big ifs.
Well, I think lap traffic is definitely going to be a factor. I don't think that pit stops are going to matter. We are on 1X, as that was very close there between the Landon Smith Jr. and you, Nathan Stapleton, right up near the front. But a lap traffic, no question, they are going to catch that 66 with Charlie Davenport. Davenport, just a horrendous season so far for that 66 team. Once again involved in an incident that was not his fault, but they are for sure going to lap him. He has no drafting help. The next car available to draft is just an entire straightaway ahead of him with Brandon Udell. Wilmington back to the race lead. Yourself, Nathan Stapleton, in second. Cross flags this time by halfway home here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway for the Coca-Cola 500. What are your notes so far on this race? Not an incident-free race, but a caution-free race here in Concord, Massachusetts. It's Cole Sampson just going to knock it into the wall just a little bit.
A very interesting race for sure. It's been very fun. A couple close calls, a couple times there should have been a caution, but there wasn't. These guys continuing to go 3 and 4 wide and 5 wide at times. I think it's bound to happen that there will be a caution, or I could be wrong and it could go caution free.
Yeah, being caution-free on the super speedways has been the norm here in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. It took us 5 super speedway races to finally get a yellow, 2 yellows in fact at the Ricky Raceway, but that track is always insane. We went caution-free at Daytona, caution-free. I'm trying to remember what our second super speedway of the year was. Going to feel stupid for this as Landon Smith Jr. has gone to the point. I have failed to notice that, so he'll gain a couple of points for leading laps. So yeah, Armory Digital we went caution free. And then Talladega we went caution free. Yeah, it took us 4 super speedway races. This is actually super speedway race number 5. So I apologize for the misinformation. I'm worse than NBC. Actually, I'm not as bad as NBC for coverage. Because these guys are definitely starting to get a little racy. Almost contact there between a couple of red cars, Rodriguez and Dover. But over past halfway home. Landon Smith Jr. for Polar Star Motorsports. Been the flagship driver, looking for his 3rd win of the season. Definitely been the championship favorite, but he has to remember he's practically locked up into the chase. So they rapidly catch up to Charlie Davenport. We're going to see what they do with Davenport. Then we'll resume that chase conversation. Fitzy, you're trying to be the first driver in Mission BBQ Cup Series to go back-to-back. They're going to put Davenport all the way on that outside lane. Let's see who he blocks. Logan Williams in the wall just a little bit there. He is going to be holding up the 15 of Ryan Benjamin. So the majority of this field has cleared Charlie Davenport as Fitzy goes to the lead with the 62 right behind him. So we see Williamson go for the race lead over Fitzy. Going to have to talk about the chase after the All-Star break. I believe we will just have only 8 or so races until we take the top 12 and top 10 in points, and then 2 wild card guys in a 10-race battle for the Season 1 championship. I should probably start calling it the 2020 championship because I plan on doing this on a yearly basis. Cole Sampson going to go to the inside of the 62 of Wilmington. They're pretty strung out for the most part, if I do say so myself.
And the interesting thing is that when they caught up to Charlie Davenport, I believe the 94 went all the way down on the apron, down the back stretch, just to try to avoid him. So that's just crazy in its own right. Plus, the fact that Fitzgerald is trying to go back-to-back for the first time in the Mission BBQ Cup Series history. That's pretty impressive. If anyone can do it, it is the god of NO 2003, Zachary Fitzgerald, in that number 9.
It definitely would be. Buchanan back in this battle. Well, Josh Williamson, a guy that has been kind of famous this season for all the terrible runs he's been having. He's currently about to get past 42nd position. Meanwhile, Buchanan nearly making contact with Williamson's teammate and trying to find where Bradley Ream is. There is the owner of Railfan Motorsports, currently not in the lap info section. He is currently in the trying to find him here. Don't see where it's there. He is 22nd position, so kind of outside that lead draft. So I think unless we have a caution, the chances of Bradley Ream trying to become a 2-time winner this season are very slim. So Wilmington is not giving up this lead. I think at the rate he's going to lead the most laps, but Williamson to his inside. Going to get interesting here. Coming down the back straightaway. 10 laps to go this time by. This race is just flying like the western wind.
10 laps to go. Where has this race gone? I don't even know. But all I know is that Brady Wilmington has been dominant in that 62. He's been the best car all night long. But who knows? We still have to catch up with that 97 though in this race, and maybe even some more lap traffic. So this race is far from over, and who knows? We could easily get a crash here at Coca-Cola Superspeedway.
Indeed we could, and we are getting into that point where I believe the caution lap amount is 4 or 5 laps here. So we're getting to the point, if we do get a caution, that could end it. We aren't, as I said, we aren't incident-free here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway, but we are caution-free. Have to go ahead and see what happened with Brendan Yadell spinning onto the back straightaway, and then that incredible save with Caleb Campbell. He's right on the tail end of this pack. He still could have a shot to win this. I don't think Brady Wilmington, he is like a Rottweiler with a newspaper. He just does not want to give up that lead. Ooh, but Cole Sampson just going to force himself underneath that 62. It is currently Chevy, Toyota, Mopar, Dodge, I should say, Ford, and then Honda. All 5 manufacturers in the top 5. Actually, I shouldn't say all 5 manufacturers. P6 is Daniel Voiles, the lone Saturn in the field. Have not got I have not given him that moniker in the last couple of races, but for the lead, Cole Sampson there. These guys are rapidly catching on the 97. I think they're definitely going to catch Yadel. Yeah, they are about a quarter of a straightaway behind that 97. So we're closing with 5 laps to go. I think Yadel definitely going to be a large factor into who can win this race.
And who knows, he might just cause someone to crash out. Is honestly surprised of how we've gone caution free. But who knows, we could see a caution, and if there's a caution under 5 laps to go, that would most likely end the race. But the way it's looking like, this might go caution free here tonight at Coca-Cola.
Indeed, it could, as we see drivers jockeying for position. Let's get you a little bit of a field rundown as Cole Sampson, the 22 of Williamson. Rodriguez, that is an aggressive move by Landon Smith Jr. to block Wilmington in the 62. Then is Fitzy, Voiles, Colton Yo. Oh, man! Fitzy and Josh, Brady Wilmington, they are not playing games. I think Fitzy, he is angry with a capital E. He is angry with a bold E in that 9 car. He is absolutely furious with that 62 of Wilmington. Almost ran him right into the pit wall. And that would have been a scary accident there, but it is Voiles, Madison Tall, Trey Smith right up in here, Caleb Campbell with that amazing save, Tyler Reynolds. It's back to Campbell. And it's a 91 of Hamill. Buchanan has fallen back a little bit. Same with Ryan Benjamin. There's Eric Monaco trying to make up some ground on the number 88 in points. Benjamin again, and then it is Dover. Then you got to go all the way back to the exit of turn 4 to find the second pack. Keegan Thompson, James Edwards, 24 of Riley Sampson, Bradley Ream, Logan Williams, the 50 car of Mitchell Collins, Matt Tuck, Daisy Johnson, Danny DeVito Jr., yourself Nathan Stapleton, Al Agassi, 10 of Jonathan Logan, Nathan Smith, Owen Miles, Charlie Davenport, Dustin Davis, Caleb Rose, going to be another poor finish for that 54, Jake Hoover, Zachary Davis, Danny DeVito Sr., Mitchell Collins, and Brenny Adele as these cars catch them. 4 laps to go, Nathan Stapleton. Who's going to win it?
4 laps to go. This race has flown on by, and now we just have 4 laps to go. 12 miles left in the Coca-Cola 500. I think anyone inside the top 3, I think it's going to come down to either Cole Sampson, Brady Wilmington, or Landon Smith Jr. that will get the job done, but who knows, it will come down to this 97 to decide who wins.
I think he might just try and join this pack. He doesn't appear to have any damage. Meanwhile, 3 wide for the race lead. Bonsai is where Wilmington is screaming inside that 62 car. Bye-bye, Logan Williams. Wilmington back to the race lead as all these guys are going to go underneath the 97 of Yadel. 3 laps to go here at Coca-Cola. All going to get by the 97 with ease. Another tough break for Yadel. I know he's kind of been the black sheep of your team. But it is, now that we actually might have to we're probably going to catch up to Carter Joey in the 51. Another driver that's been having a kind of a tough season. But it is Wilmington. I think he has the best shot so far. But we have seen last lap passes at almost every super speedway race we have had this year. Cole Sampson, they are 4 wide for 3rd place. Madison Tall and Juan Rodriguez. They are getting super racy off of turn 4. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go at Coca-Cola for Brady Wilmington. Can he be in the All-Star race and catapult himself in the points? Or is Logan Williams going to play spoiler, try and win at yet another super speedway? Madison Tall almost getting wrecked again down the back straightaway. I don't think they're going to catch Carter Joey in time. And Landon Smith Jr. There he goes. Oh, he faked him out. But he faked him out using the wrong line. And here we come. Coming off of turn 4. They're 4 wide behind him. 5 wide. White flag in the air. 3 miles to go for Brady Wilmington. Can he do it, Nathan Stapleton?
He might be able to. 1 lap to go. But here comes the number one. Where did the number one come from of Colton Yo? We haven't really seen him that much of one all race long, and now he's bound for this race win. But I think it's going to come down to the 88 and the 62.
So we see 4 wide in the back. It's going to come down to Landon Smith Jr. and the 62 of Wilmington. Wilmington was robbed. Oh, Landon Smith Jr. had to go wide. And I think that might do it. They're not going to catch Carter Joey in time. It's going to be a party in the Left Turn Productions Discord server. Checkered flag in the air. First win of the season. Wilmington does it.
What a race. Caution free here at Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Definitely a job well done. Definitely the most dominant car of the night. And Brady Wilmington gets the job done at Coca-Cola Superspeedway. But how about Colton Hill? We didn't see him all night long. And he comes out of nowhere in that number one machine and comes home in second. Great one for him.
Yeah, Colton Yo had an absolute tire fire beginning of the season, but he's bouncing back. I think you could count Colton Yo to be a possible chase contender. There's Josh Williamson. He finishes third. Landon Smith Jr. fell all the way back to fourth. And rounding out your top 5 is Juan Rodriguez. Take a look and see. 100th of a second over Colton Yo. Colton Yo's best finish of the year being P2. And the rest of your top 10, Madison Tall, Tyler Reynolds, Ryan Benjamin, Trey Smith, and Dave Benjamin Jr. That rounds out your top 10. Only 2 cars were not on the lead lap, being Yadell and Davenport. We'll quickly review what happened to Brendan Yadell, and then that amazing save by the 46 of Caleb Campbell. But before that, final thoughts on this race, Nathan Stapleton. It was a wild one here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway, and Brady Wilmington gets the job done.
Yeah, that was a wild one for sure. Caution free, but not action free. That was one heck of a race. Multiple cars, multiple drivers had shots at getting the race win. Multiple guys got into the outside wall. A couple spins, a couple close calls, and at the end of the night, the driver that had the best car, Brady Wilmington, gets the job done at Coca-Cola Superspeedway and for the Coca-Cola 500. What a race and what a finish, and a huge congrats to that entire 62 team.
Definitely going to be a very popular victory for that 62. Is definitely yeeting around here. An average speed of 244, almost 245 miles an hour. Let's go quickly review the only two incidents of the night, and we'll get you to your points here. After 16 races, the last race before the All-Star break here in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. Let's see what happened to Yadell and Campbell, and then we'll get you to your points. So they were 6 wide off. Actually, they were almost 6 wide off the corner there. You see Nathan Smith under the wall, and then Mitchell Collins just misjudges it just a little bit. They get into Trey Smith, and then they're off the racing surface. Yadell is just going to do a lazy slide into the inner part of the racetrack. You see the caution light. We are still green here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. So very unfortunate for that NS Racing driver. Very unfortunate for him, if I do say so myself, Nathan Stapleton.
Yeah, a tough break for the 97, and he was not able to catch up and be in the lead pack and actually went 1 lap down. But that is incredible. 6 wide at Coca-Cola Superspeedway. I was expecting 3 and 4 and 5 wide, but not 6 wide. That was insane off of turn number 2.
No, that might actually trump James Edwards b-hopping over the wall at Dodge Motordrome. As my new background here. Absolutely amazing. 6 wide. And now further up in the front, trying to find him here. Caleb Campbell had an amazing save. Trying to find where Campbell is in this lead pack. There he is. So let's quickly see Caleb Campbell's amazing save, and then get you to the points here at after the Coca-Cola 500. So you're watching here. This is probably one of the biggest saves of the night. You see Carter Joey right on the outside. Campbell with a huge run. Gonna go down to the racetrack right. Gonna sandwich in between into his teammate of, excuse me, Derek Hamill had a brain fart there. That was at, let's go back and see what the speed he saved that it was. Let's see. 228 miles an hour. He saves that car, an epic save out of that 46, and then actually we'll see that kind of duel that I believe Wilmington had with the 9 of Fitzy, and then we'll get you to your points here after the Coca-Cola 500. Gonna put your eventual race winner. He's going to put an aggressive block on Fitzy right there, and I know Fitzy, he is not very happy at that, quite literally. He's angry with a capital E at this point. It's not quite bolded, but now, and this is what's going to bold that E. Right there, Fitzy just going to clip Wilmington. He is going to save it, but is going to lose a ton of positions. But Wilmington is going to get off scot-free. That's the incident which bolds the E, and the already capitalized angry for Zachary Fitzwater. Not going to go back-to-back, but 62 of Brady Wilmington is your winner here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. After, take a look at, let's try and redo that. Take a look at your points after 17 of 35 races. And the next race we will have, it'll be the All-Star race here. The Northlands All-Star, the Flemington Department Store All-Star race presented by Northlands. But on behalf of Nathan Stapleton, I have been Trey Wright. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is, once again, congratulations to Brady Wilmington on being the winner here in the Coca-Cola 500. This has been NASCAR Nerdy 34, signing off.